Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is S.C. Coleman, author, and in this video I'm going to talk about one of the possibly the most difficult documents I've had to research, and I haven't been able to research the entire thing. And the strange thing about it is that it seems like every time I pick up this document, some type of thing happens, some type of drama I can't really ignore happens, and so I'll just get out the information that I have found to be pertinent and then just put it away, and hopefully some others will be able to capitalize on the information contained in this document. The first thing we'll start out with is the introduction, which can be found on page 101, which I'll start there. And basically what it says here, it's a description, a business description of Proces NV. Now, Proces, I don't know what it means, but NV stands for Netherlands, something in Dutch, but it has to do with a company registered in the Netherlands. Here it says, we are a global consumer internet group operating across a variety of platforms and geographies. We are also one of the largest technology investors in our world, or in the world. Our businesses and investments serve more than 2 billion users in well over 100 countries and markets. Our consumer internet services span the core focus segments of classifieds, food delivery, payments, and fintech, which means financial technology, education technology or edtech, e-tail, which is electronic retail, I believe, and other e-commerce. We aim to build leading companies that create value by empowering people and enriching communities. We have grown by investing in, acquiring, and building leading companies. We typically focus on emerging large consumer trends that are linked to disruptive innovation, where we try to identify changes early, invest, and adapt proven business models for the high-growth markets we focus on, and leverage our skills, local knowledge, and position to build businesses that are scalable and benefit from local network effects. We believe that our platforms offer customer fast, intuitive, and secure environments in which to communicate and conduct transactions. We focus on several markets that we believe present above-average growth opportunities when compared to mature markets due to their economic growth prospects, scalability, and fast-growing mobile internet penetration levels. Our businesses and investments primarily operate in China, India, Russia, Central, Eastern Europe, North America, Latin America, Southeast Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. We have developed strong brands in these markets and believe that those global and local brands are an important way for our businesses to differentiate themselves from their competitors, thereby driving organic growth through consumer word of mouth. However, we are impacted by the laws and regulations of various jurisdictions within these markets, including competition and consumer protection laws, foreign investment restrictions and screening, labor laws, data protection and security regulations, online content and platform regulations, intellectual property laws and regulations, company and corporate laws, tax laws and regulations, financial services legislation, anti-money laundering legislation, anti-bribery and anti-corruption laws, and sanctions and export controls. Please see our risk factors on page 4 to 37 for more information. And here it's got a diagram that breaks down the various lists of subsidiaries and whatnot, which I'll get into in a minute. And here it lists something about corporate relating to our group level corporate services and treasury function. That's an interesting observation there. Now the next is going to be a little weird. We're going to go to page 90. And this is, I believe, the kicker. Considering my recent works on the entity known as Wolters Kluwer, or Wolters Kluwer, or Wolters Kluwer, spelled Whiskey, Oscar, Lima, Tango, Echo, Romeo, Sierra, and then the next word is Kilo, Lima, Uniform, Whiskey, Echo, Romeo. So Wolters Kluwer. It is the corporation or company currently today based out of the Dutch Netherlands, which runs something called the CT Corporation System, which is the Trust Corporation Trust Corporation System. Very weird. I found out what CT means, and it means Corporation Trust Corporation System. Well, allegedly anyway, that's the official designation for what that means. Designated CT Corporation System as its authorized agent to accept and acknowledge on its behalf service of any and all processes which may be served in any such suit, action, or proceeding in any such court, and agrees that service of process upon said agent at its office at 111th 8th Avenue, New York, New York. So basically, in order to attempt to, in our current system, hold this entity accountable, you have to go to New York to address their agent for a company based out of the Netherlands. And there's a lot more interesting elements that come from that. So next we'll move on to page 113, which lists the companies involved. And I didn't manage to get through the entire list of the companies involved, but I'm sure that many of these names will stand out. PayU is a payment technology to online merchants. Citrus Pay is part of PayU's Indian business. PaySense is a technology platform providing Indian consumers with access to credit lines based on an alternative data decision model. Remitly is a global digital money transfer service. I think we're starting to get the picture here. Zoos, spelled zebra, or what is it? I don't know. I forgot the brevity code for that one. It's Zulu. Yes. Zulu, Oscar Zulu, is based in Israel. Wibmo Incorporated is a digital payment security and mobile payment technology provider in India. And yes, for most people who understand outsourcing to India, things are going to become very clear this next page or so. We're on 113, here's 114. Asico is a Turkish digital payment services company. Red Dot Payment provides online payment solutions to merchants across Southeast Asia. Trip.com has become one of the best known travel brands in China. Brainly is a social learning network for students. Udemy is an online learning platform aimed at professional adults. Ryzac Incorporated, Code Academy, is a leader in digital skills education. Solo Learn is an online peer-to-peer learning platform aimed at the coding community. Byju's, Bravo Yankee Juliet uniform, and then apostrophe S, is a Think and Learn Private Limited, the creator of the Byju's app, or Byju's, however you say it, the most popular K-12 learning app in India. I bet we all know what they're teaching there. Churchill and Skillsoft, interesting names, our subsidiary MIH EdTech Investments BV made a special purpose of the acquisition company, or special purpose acquisition of the company listed on New York Stock Exchange, Churchill Capital Core 2. That's Core Charlie Oscar Romeo Papa. Churchill entered into agreements to acquire Software Luxembourg SA in a transaction valued at approximately US $1.3 billion, the Skillsoft merger, and Global Knowledge Training LLC for consideration valued at approximately US $233 million, the Global Knowledge merger. Stack Overflow, we have in August 2021, our subsidiary MIH EdTech US Holding Incorporated finalized its acquisition of 100% of Stack Exchange Incorporated, Stack Overflow, for US $1.7 billion, a leading knowledge-sharing platform for the global community of developers and technologists. Good Bidco BV, Good Habits, provides educational information online, offering commercial management and technical training services, and has expanded beyond its home market of the Netherlands to 11 additional European countries, with 2/3 of new business coming from outside the Netherlands. Eruditus is a learning platform that partners with top-tier universities across the United States, Europe, Latin America, India, China for US $59.9 million. SimilarWeb is a leading international online competitive intelligence provider. Interesting. Moville is a leading provider of mobile consumer services in Latin America. Honor Technology Incorporated is a home care company providing in-home senior care in the United States. Misho is a leading social commerce online marketplace in India that enables independent resellers to build small businesses by connecting them with suppliers to curate a catalog of goods and services to sell. Meesho also provides logistics and payment tools on its platform. Entex, or Elastic Run, Entex Transportation Services Private Limited, Elastic Run, a software and technology platform providing transportation and logistics services in India. PharmEasy owns India's largest integrated digital healthcare platforms, and PharmEasy is listed as API Holdings Private Limited. Urban Clap Technologies India Private Limited, Urban Company, is one of the largest home services platforms in Asia with representations in India, UAE, Singapore, and Australia. So I think those are the big ones there. And I did cover the company called Tencent in the last video that I did, which is specific to China. So now let's go ahead and we'll skip over the Tencent portion, because there is more in-depth information on Tencent, but in my last video at the end of it I did cover Tencent, and so I think it's more important to now go to the list of the directors, which can be found on page 145 and is particularly eye-opening. On page 145, it lists the committees of the directors. And two of the committees I think are important to notice are Human Resources and Remuneration Committee, indicates the chair of the committee with an asterisk. NASPER's Social and Ethics Committee, indicates the committee with an asterisk. Now, to start with the listing, the backgrounds of the biographies, I'll only highlight, because there's quite a few, the ones that are really striking. Hendrik Dutoit, I'm probably saying that wrong because that sounds pretty bad, but Hendrik Dutoit is a non-executive director under a lead independent director. He is founder and chief executive officer of 91. Hendrik is a World Benchmarking Alliance ambassador and on the advisory board of the Impact Investing Institute. He also served on the advisory boards of the Sustainable Development Solutions Network, the expert board of HM Treasury's Belt and Road Initiative, the UN, which stands for United Nations, Business and Human Security Initiative, and is commissioner of the Business and Sustainable Development Commission. It's on 146. Craig Enenstein is a non-executive director. He also served as the chief executive officer of Corridor Capital LLC, an operationally intensive private equity firm focused on the lower middle market. Corridor Capital LLC is based in Los Angeles and was founded by him in 2005. He holds directorate positions on the boards of Wharton School of Business, SURE, an insurance company insurance technology company, and the Political Economy Department of the University of California, Berkeley. He holds an MBA in Finance from the Wharton School of Business of the University of Pennsylvania, an MA in International Studies from the Lauder Institute, University of Pennsylvania, and a BA from the University of California, Berkeley. Rachel Jafta is a non-executive director. She is a professor in economics at Stellenbosch University. She joined NASPERS as director in 2003 and was appointed a director of Media 24 in 2007. She's a member of the South African Economic Society, chair of the Cape Town Carnival Trust, and a member of the Management Committee of the Bureau of Economic Research at Stellenbosch University, and a member of the International Advisory Board of Fundação Dom Cabral Business School in Brazil. She holds a ME-Con and a PhD from the University of Stellenbosch. Angeline Kemna was appointed as an independent non-executive director in the company in August 24th, 2021. She was a part-time professor in corporate governance at Erasmus University, Rotterdam. She was a visiting scholar at Sloan School, MIT, Boston, United States of America. Deborah Meyer, or Mayer, however you want to say it, is a non-executive director. She is a professor of biochemistry and executive dean of the Faculty of Science at the University of Johannesburg. She has completed modules in media strategy and academic leadership at Harvard University and the Gordon Institute of Business, University of Pretoria, and makes regular contributions to several newspapers and magazines. She serves as a trustee or board member for several organizations. She also is a director of NASBEL. She holds a BSc in Biological Sciences, a BSc, says ONS here, which I believe means honorary, and an MSc in biochemistry from the University of Johannesburg, then the Rand Afrikaans University, and a PhD in biochemistry and molecular biology from the University of California, Davis, which she attended as a Fulbright scholar. Roberto Oliveira, or it would be pronounced Roberto Oliveira, Gilima, is a non-executive director. He developed his career at companies like Accor SA, Ron Poulance SA, now part of Sanofi SA, and Compagnie de Saint-Gobain SA in the information technology and finance areas. In April 2019, he left the board of directors of Telefónica Brasil SA after 14 years with that company, having 6 of those years as president and chief executive officer and 8 years as a board member as well as quality services committee member. Mark Soror is a non-executive director. Following assignments in Hong Kong and Amsterdam, he returned to Cape Town in 2002 as the Naspers Group Chief Investment Officer, being responsible for all global investment activities. Ben van der Ross is a non-executive director. He is the chair of Strategic Real Estate Management Proprietary Limited. He is an attorney of the High Court of South Africa and holds a diploma in law from the University of Cape Town. Ying Xu was appointed as non-executive director of Prosus in August 8, 2020. She is currently the president of Wumei Technology Group. Prior to joining Wumei Technology Group, she was vice president of LG, a joint venture at Tianjin International Trust and Investment. She holds a BA degree in English from the Tianjin University, China, and an MBA from Maindeer School of Business, Oklahoma City University, United States. And there is still a lot more information that may or may not be applicable. But I believe that that information, just that information right there, is enough to identify the organizational operational structure for the control of telecommunication services, including Facebook and YouTube and all of the and Google and all of them, based on Dutch companies laundering services through India and China, and is the very mechanism with which all of those things are outsourced, and the control over the telecommunications infrastructure is effectively leveraged overseas. Thank you.